What's up, folks? Welcome back to the channel. It's Fuzzy here. Hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day. Obviously, we're in July. We're having a lot of fun on FIFA. We've got Shape Sisters. We've got 4 teams. They're all absolutely insane. It's time just to try different formations and have a bit of fun in the game. And that's why I'm going to be showing you guys the 3-4-1-2 custom tactics. It's one of the most fun formations you can play in the game. You may think 3 at the back, a little bit defensive, but how we set it up is very attacking. You can hit on the press and you can get a lot of opportunities from it. You can see here I was using my Roman past and present squad this past weekend whilst testing and using it. I had tested it before with the main squad as well, and it had some nice results. So we're going to jump through now. I'll showcase the custom tactics and instructions for you. There'll be some gameplay timestamp down below as well if you want to catch that. But if you do enjoy the video, please leave a thumbs up on it. If you're new, hit that subscribe button, and let's jump into the custom tactics. So we're going to be running the combination of balanced, and direct passing. That's kind of the go-to right now in the game. We're starting to test forward runs and long ball game, but still balanced and direct passing is the best combo. On the defensive side of things, we have 43 width along with the 73 depth, with it being a 3 at the back, so we're hitting at least 70 depth. You want to edge over it if you can, if you're comfortable playing with that. It just means your team isn't going to drop back too much. Obviously, next generation gameplay does have like an automatic drop back enabled, and this can help to prevent that too much, because there is the issue if you play a super low depth, this can become a very defensive formation, but we want to be attacking and progressive with it. The 43 width just sort of means that the centre backs won't be too tightly together, but also they won't be leaving big gaps either. For the build up, obviously we go balanced because the only other option really is long ball and fast build up. Neither of them are quite as good on next gen as they are old gen, so balance is your best all round there. And then direct passing just sort of means that you'll see when we look at the formation how the team lines up. There's a lot of different passing opportunities, little triangles, and having that like direct passing where like people will run into attacking zones and so on is just very good. And then we've been running 5 players in box, 2 corners and free kicks as standard at the minute. In regards to your formation of personnel, you can see how I've lined this team up here. Basically, unless you want to start with 3 centre backs and you want to start with a 3-back formation, you're typically going to use 4 at the back and then drop a full-back into centre back. Basically, someone that Cafu's fine for. I think you maybe want someone a little bit more high meta at this point of the game. Maybe like a Theo Hernandez team of the season to play left centre back for you. But essentially, you're going to be doing that. Then in the alternatives, the other full-back will be played in field spots, the right mid or left, right mid or left mid, depending on which full-back is in the back line for you. Then you will have a normal right midfielder or left midfielder to play alongside them. As you see here, Emerson is my left back, Karsdorp is my right midfielder, and then you're going to want basically 2 box-to-box players and then 3 attackers in the attacking triangle. For the instructions, keeper is fully balanced, default, don't want to change anything, and the same applies for the centre backs. You don't want to touch them. For the left central midfielder, basically you're leaving everything on default except for cover centre. Now, a lot of people will want, and just for context, Spinazzola is our defensive midfielder in this situation. A lot of people will want to put stay back while attacking on, but you've got to remember, you've already got 3 centre backs. You've got a system that's going to automatically want to help you defend. So, like, there's no point doubling down on that defensive side of things. Like, I could have, like, you'll see when we set up Pellegrini, he's going to be getting forward, he's going to be the attacking centre mid, but he'll still come back and defend with how the system works. So, literally, just put your left centre mid on cover centre. This is your defensive. Your more defensive-minded centre midfielder. That's all you need to do. On the right centre mid, they're going to be get forward, get into the box, and everything is default, so they'll be covering wing. Basically, in this position, you need a box-to-box that can finish at least 4-star, 4-star. Pellegrini is good for it, I'll be honest. Maybe actually the Spinazzola card with his high medium would be very good for it, obviously with the 99 PS as well. Essentially, any box-to-box that can finish you want in here, but they need to be a box-to-box. You can't get away with like an attacking cam. And that's important to note. For the right midfielder, they're getting behind and getting to the box across, and that's the same for the left midfielder. Some people will have them come on back in defense on this, but for the same situation with the actual central players, they're going to come back anyway. They're going to automatically defend a bit, so there's no need to put them on. Have it like that. They will then be more useful in the attack, and they'll still do their job in a defensive manner, and that's the best way to do it. You can toy with putting cut inside on, but honestly, for this system, I found that getting behind worked the best, and then essentially it allows Pellegrini and Spinazzola to pick up that space centrally in the attacking third. For your cam, who is arguably one of the most incremental parts of the system, stay forward and get into the box or cross. We did run aggressive interceptions for 2 to 3 months. You still can't do it. I was aware in this system, like I was using players that were a little bit behind the power curve. I didn't want the stamina to drain too heavily, so I opted not to have it on. And I think it worked quite well. So fuck that, change around with your personal preference and see how it feels. But definitely you need to stay forward and get into the box cross Get into the box across on in your cam. Your right striker, you want stay forward, stay central, and get in behind. Now, this is going to be your beefy player. And then on the left side of things, just stay forward and get in behind. This is going to be your pacey player. These two are interchangeable. So if, say, you want Tammy Abraham on the left-hand side, you can then put the stay central, get in behind, and stay forward tactics on the left striker, and put just get in behind and stay forward on the right striker. There's no like strict method of you have to have it in one. They're interchangeable, but essentially, you want a tall, powerful striker here who will be... Essentially, the only difference is they're staying central because they're tall and beefy. You don't want them out in the wing. You want them key goal scorer in the middle of the pitch, and the pacey guy has that option to spread wide a little bit. But that's the tactics and instructions. I think the system was really good. I will be keeping it as one of my options. Obviously, I test 2 to 3 different tactics every single week, so it will be staying as one of my options. That's how much I enjoyed using it. But we'll jump into some gameplay now, and I can sort of the main highlights. Honestly, there wasn't too many downsides to this system. It's the 3 at the back. There's auto defending that exists in the game. It was fine defensively, like 99% of the time, and it was good fun going forward. Okay, so first up, we've got a 3-0 rage quit that I recorded in Foot Champions. I believe this one was during playoffs. I'm basically going to pick through, showcase the 3 goals for you guys, because that's the main element of this. This was the game that we really dominated. There wasn't too many chances for the opposition, and yeah, it really showcases how powerful this is. The first goal did come from a corner, so essentially we've got the 5 players in box, 2 for crossing free kicks. This is how you'll defend from the corner with that. Like if the ball comes out, you're going to have 2 players in the edge of the box and then 3 to 4 in the midfield. I obviously get it to Pellegrini, a little bit of dribbling back and forth. Surprisingly for a big man, he can do that and he gets to finish. This is where I'm saying your centre midfielder on the right side needs to be a box to box that can dribble, can pass, can score. You need everything there. This whole transition is a good idea of how the pressing is on the system. Obviously Maitland-Niles was playing instead of Emerson for me, so he was actually my left centre midfielder for part of this with Spinazzola at left midfield. Essentially they're going to cover space, so Spinazzola was my left mid there. He gets across and covers it as how the left back or the left wing back would, and then we managed to get forward with El Shaarawy, nice little tap into the middle, and Tammy Abraham finishes it off. But it's like the whole team just covers the pitch really well with this. It's like if you look at this now, like you've got most positions covered. Obviously he's got a lot he can pass around and work around the back, but Spinazzola's straight in to cut this down. Yes, he could cut it back, but then we've got El Shaarawy to go mark. Every single passing opportunity except for that far long ball is cut off with how the defensive shape holds, and you can see the shape there. This is the back 3. This is Spinazzola, who was left mid at the time. One interesting thing is that my right midfielder in this system, regardless what you do, hugs into the middle, which was Karsdorp. He kept coming into the middle. You can see in the attacking sense, he spreads out, but for whatever reason defensively, he actually doesn't necessarily put to the right of your right centre back. He comes and just sits in front of the back line. That's one of the weird quirks of the system just to be aware of. For whatever reason, that's EA. That's how EA have coded it. It is what it is. In regards to being countered, obviously we're in the attack there. You can see how many players we have forward. We've got 7 players coming forward right now, but it's still a 3-on-2 because we've got the 3 centre backs. With 3 centre backs, I can risk dragging one out, which I do with Smalling. He's still there to cover it up, and then we managed to run forward with Caffrey, which I wouldn't obviously suggest too much. Your fullback at centre back can do that, but it's a really nice bit of interlinking play. That's why I say the cam is so important here, though, because if you think about it, this all comes down to the play for Mkhitaryan. Everyone else is making the runs. Mkhitaryan with a little 1-2 chips it through to Abraham, and then nice bit of play and a nice goal to finish things off. So guys, that's the 3-4-1-2. Hopefully this is a bit more of a fun formation that you can now apply and practice with a little bit and get some. Obviously, just have fun in the game. It's July. Build fun teams. Use whatever players you want. This is a fun system to do that with. Plenty of attacking opportunities. Plenty of different ways to play. You can actually play an aggressive press. You can play balance. There's just so many different options with it. We're going to continue to test all the formations. I think the 4-2-2 is one right now. We're particularly good with forward runs, so we're going to be testing that this upcoming week. We'll be going back to our main squad. This was a challenge with the Roma Pasta present for this past weekend. Going to go back to the main team. Need to build that out. Decide whether the Mbappe team of the season is going to get into the squad or not. That's the big debate right now, but we'll continue testing that. We'll be live streaming as well a couple of times through the week, and you can come in and see testing them live whilst playing the likes of Trumps and rifles. But that's the video for today. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a thumbs up on it. It'd be greatly appreciated. Hit that subscribe button if you're around here. Let me know in the comments how you get on with the system, if you enjoyed it, any tweaks you'd like to make, and obviously if you've picking up this formation and you're getting better results in champs or rivals, let me know down below. It's really good for that sort of feedback. But thank you for watching, guys. I'll catch you in the next one, and goodbye.